Hey guys, welcome back to our series of microservice with event-driven architecture using Spring Cloud Stream with Kafka in our case. So in this video, we are going to talk about event routing. Some people call message routing. For me, I agree, okay, the best term is message routing, okay? So in this video, we are going to talk about this topic. So what is event routing or message routing? Event routing is the ability to route an event or message to a particular destination based on some conditions, okay? So when you understand destination, for example, here, it can be, for example, another topic, or even if we are talking about the same application, for example, another event handler, okay? The one that we are using to handle the event. So before going further, I would like to tell you that the message router, okay, differs from the most basic notions of, for example, pipes and filters, okay? So, for example, a key property of the message router is the fact that it does not modify the message content, okay? It only concerns itself with the destination of the message, okay? The destination, as I told you before, can be, for example, another topic or even another event handler, okay? So, in the right side, we have here, for example, pipes and filters. This is architectural style, okay, that can, for example, filter, enrich, modify the message or something like that. So we are talking about message router, okay, which just route the message, okay, does not modify the message content. So before going further, I would like to tell you guys what I'm trying to show you guys here. What's the problem? And let's suppose that we have here a microservice producer, okay, let's call it by customer microservice. This microservice publish all the events or domain events, okay, into a particular topic, okay. This is a big question because for those who understand Kafka, they know that we can, for example, put all events in a topic, okay, or we can separate them. But in this case, we are talking about the case that we put several events in the same topic. So for example, here, the customer microservice, which is the producer, can send, for example, here, customer created event, okay? And also in the same topic, it can send, for example, it can publish, for example, email changed, okay? Or even customer invoiced. So all the three events are going to the same topic, okay? So in our consumer side, okay, how we can handle this event, how we can, for example, take each message, okay, each event type and delegate it to a particular function or event handler or topic, okay? This is what we are trying to solve here. So in that order, we are going to use the event router. So let's suppose here we have the customer created event, okay? We are handling this event. Then we are going to use our component, which is the message router, okay? And based on, let's suppose here, the header, okay, of the message, let's suppose here, the header is, let's suppose, customer created. The value of the header is customer created, okay? Based on this condition, we can route it to a particular event handler or topic, okay? So, and in the same way, let's suppose that we receive another event here, okay? And the header key is the same and the value is different. So the value is email changed, okay? So we use the event router, okay? And we then delegate it to, okay? We route it, okay, to a different event handler, okay? Or event topic, but we are going to use the event handler. So doing that, we are routing our messages to the correct destination, okay, based on some conditions. In our case, the condition was simple, okay, was the header key. So guys, we can use Spring Cloud Stream in order to implement the event routing, okay? So the key benefits using the event routings, for example, using also Spring Cloud Stream, is the fact that we can route events to a particular event subscriber, as I was telling you guys, or even we can route an event, okay, produced by an event subscriber to a particular destination, okay? So Let's try to see it in the code in order to make it very clear. Okay, so let's jump to the code. So now that we are here in the consumer side, let's just comment this function here, or maybe let's just delete this function here, and let's start creating our event handler in order to apply, okay, the message routing, okay, or event routing. In order to apply the event router or message router using Spring Cloud Stream, we have two approaches. Okay, I will explain you both approaches, but the first one, okay, let me just, for example, here delete let me just here delete all this one here. Okay, so the first one is by using routing expression. So what is routing expression? Let me just, for example, now, okay, start using, let's go, Spring Cloud Stream. Yes, Spring Cloud Stream function definition. We're going to use here the function router. Okay, so what is, as I was telling you guys, the routing expression, okay, use the Spring expression language. Okay, I will show you guys right now. So the first thing that we need to do, okay, is by using the routing expression. So here is the place that we are going to use our, let's say, the expression, okay, what we are trying to achieve, because this is a property from Spring Cloud Function, okay, but it works exactly with Spring Cloud Stream, because Spring Cloud Streams use Spring Cloud functions behind scene. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do here is by using this function, okay, routing expression. When we use this function routing expression, it enables the feature of routing the events. But before that, let's say that, okay, what we are going to do here, we are going to consume, okay, from header, okay, let me use it like this. This is a Spring expression. So we are going to use the event type. So how I get this, okay, so which value is this? This value is the same, okay, that we are using here in order to specify which type of event we are publishing, okay, or we are consuming in this case. Okay, so this is the key, okay, that we are going to use here. So now it's time to use our, let's suppose, this is the time that we can start creating our event handler. But just to tell you guys, when you enable, okay, the function routing expression, okay, all your bindings will have the name function router. Okay, so now we need also to specify which topic we are consuming this event. So here, this is, if you guys understand, if you guys remember from our previous videos, this is the way that we specify which topic are we consuming, okay, an event. Okay, so take a look at the previous videos and you will understand. So now here we just say, okay, the name of the topic, which in our case is just the customer topic. If we go back here and we can see here, okay, so it's customer topic. So this is the topic that we are going to consume the event. Yes, the next thing that we need to do maybe is just to add the consumer group. So our consumer group in our case will be the name of our application. So this is what we need to do. What we have done here, we use the routing expression, which enables the functionality to route our events. And as you can see here, this is a Spring expression language. So now that we have here the routing expression, and also we have specified the name of the topic that we are consuming, okay, as well as consumer group. Now let's just go and let's add our event handlers. So the first one that we are going to add is let's say, yeah, the customer created. Okay, so in that order, if you remember, guys, go back in the previous videos and you will understand how we can consume, okay, events using Spring Cloud Stream. So we are using consumer, which is pure Java function. We are going to specify which event we are consuming, okay? And we can just say, for example, here, handle, okay? Here, customer created. So for this one, let's just put it like that, okay? And now let's, for example, return, okay? Let's handle the event. So guys, for this particular example, okay, let's just log here, for example, here, okay, let me just put it like this. So guys, what I have done here is the simple fact, I'm just logging here, okay, that, okay, customer created, okay, which is the name of this event handler, okay, is handling event of type, and then I'm just going to use the customer created message, okay, I'm just going to get the header. Of course, we should always check for null, okay, but just in order to make this video very quick, and I'm logging just, okay, the type of event we are consuming. Of course, we here could, for example, apply the decision and do some stuff, okay? For example, here, decide, and then we can use the suppose the customer message that get payload, okay? Okay, just like this. And for example, here, okay, we can, for example, use customer, okay, get customer. So, and then we can, for example, here, use here the decision, yes, and then we can just, for example, use here the decision in order to decide the decision for this customer, which this business logic actually, it's not what we are trying to show you guys here, but just let it be. So in that order, let's use here, for example, this should be annotated as a bin, okay? So the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to do the same, okay, for the next event, which is the email changed. So in that order, let me just create here another consumer. So for this particular consumer, okay, we are going to handle a message. So for this particular event, okay, we are going to consume, okay, the email changed, okay. So, and here we can just add the name, okay, handle email changed. So now let's just do the same, okay, as we did in the above, as the above here event, okay. So let's just log in order to make it easier. So the email change is handled this event, okay, and then we can just, we are just logging, guys, okay. So just take a look in the code, okay, read a little bit. So what we are trying to achieve here is every time, okay, when we consume, okay, a particular event, let's suppose if we consume the event, okay, let me show you guys here. If we consume the event of type, okay, if we consume the event of type customer created, okay, customer created, then we should handle, okay, using this event handler, okay. So we are routing, okay, this event to a particular event handler. And if we consume, let's suppose, the other event, which is the email changed, okay, based on this event type, okay, we should route it to this handle email changed, okay. So this is what we are trying to achieve here using the event or message router, okay. So this is what we have here. I think as we can see, guys, we can just, for example, add here handle, okay, and yeah, we just concatenating because the name, okay, of this event handler, okay, should match with the value of this header that we are consuming here, okay. So I'm just using here handle because I'm just concatenating, because here, okay, we have handle. So if we have, for example, trigger, or for example consume, okay, or something like this, okay, consume, so we should also change here, okay. So this is just what I'm doing here. And yes, that's it. So let's now run our consumer application. We need to run our producer microservice, okay. So as we can see, the producer microservice, okay, has these two operations. So now let's move here to the consumer, okay, as we have here. Let's just clean this one here. Let's just clean these logs, and okay, now let's create a customer. Let me just put it here like this, okay. So let's create a customer. So we create the customer, and so we are having here okay, so it's not a header, okay, it's headers. So let's just put here, let's run once again our application. Okay, so now let's create another customer. All right, so let's check. So as we can see here from the logs, guys, resolved function from provide routing expression handle headers, okay. So then what happened here is that Spring Cloud Stream and Spring function, they understood, okay, so for this particular event, okay, I'm just going to handle it, okay, by using the customer created, okay, event handler. As we can see here, this is what's happening, okay, guys. So this is the first, as we created a customer, okay, the event handler, okay, used by Spring Cloud Stream was the customer created, okay, because when we create the customer, we send, okay, in header, this header here, okay, customer created, and Spring Cloud Stream will understand it, but because we use the function routing expression, okay, we are routing our event, okay, based on the header type, okay. So now let's, for example, here once again change the email address. Let me just, for example, check here the customer ID. So the customer ID was 2, okay. So now let's change here the email address to. So as we can see, guys, once again, okay, the Spring Cloud Stream, the routing expression, okay, has used the event, okay, the header, okay, that because we specified the kind, okay, the criteria, okay, the condition that we are going to use in order to route our event, okay, and it used the email, okay, changed event handler, which is this one here. So I have here a typo. Let me just put it like this. Okay, guys. So as we can see, it was very simple, okay, in order to create here using Spring Cloud Stream the event router, okay. We have here two different event handlers, okay, pointing to the same topic, okay, but we are going to handle different events, right? So this is the first approach in order to create the event router. So guys, in the next video, we are going to see how we can achieve the same result, okay? How we can implement the event routing or message router, okay? Using Spring Cloud Stream, but instead, we will not use the function routing expression. We are going to use a pure Java and Spring, okay, approach, because sometimes people don't feel comfortable using the Spring expression language, right? So let's suppose if we have here a condition which requires more logic, okay, it can be it can become a little bit complicated, right? So in order to achieve a different in order to implement the same use case using the different approach, we are going to use the Java and Spring Cloud Stream, of course, in the next video. So hope that you enjoyed this video. Put some like, subscribe.